Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the 30th of March. We are in the beginning of our next phase of the shutdown for the coronavirus. And I went back to what it was like when we were in the midst of the recession and what I was experiencing. Because frankly, I'm one of the few brokers still standing from that little debacle. And I wanted to reflect and share with you some of the lessons learned. So, first and foremost, if you were running a business that was heavily debt ridden or had really bad cash flows, you really took it on the chin and in many, many, many cases collapsed. Um, for those of us who, or those of you who were running businesses that had good cash flow and little to no debt, um, the recession proved to be somewhat of a boom. Um, what we saw was businesses collapsing, um, and in critical services, the work still remained. It wasn't that there wasn't work to be done or that customers weren't paying. It was that um, the work shifted. It was almost like going into the marketplace. There was this huge pizza, and everybody had a tiny, tiny slice. And what happened was that many of those people, getting a slice, collapsed because they were debt ridden. They were either unable to secure working capital loans because they played games with their financial statements in terms of not reporting cash or um, running a ton of expenses through the business and mitigating any profit so a bank lender could not lend to them, or they simply could not cover all of the obligations that they had. So what happened was the work shifted. It shifted to those people who had better balance sheets. Those companies were able to dictate better payment terms from those customers and subsequently saw rapid and expansive growth. Um, and I think that is going to happen again in a ton of different sectors. Consumer behavior and vendor behavior and customer behavior and the consumption still goes on in a great number of businesses. And you're going to see the strongest, for lack, it's a horrible cliche, but you're going to see the strongest survive. So it is super, super important that right now everybody really gets down, understands what their break even point, knows what their burn rate is, makes the reductions necessary to get as much cash reserves. And there's going to be a race to the bottom for those people with strong balance sheets and not having strong balance sheets. And then subsequently, there's going to be a massive lift in growth and sales from those people who are going into the marketplace with a solid business. So hopefully a ton of you had learned the lessons of 2008 and are going to reap the rewards in this little hiccup we got for the next 30 days. If you have any questions or want to talk about your case or your specific situation, 321-287-0349, Mike at tworld.com.